I am never
Don't
complimenting you
compliment
again.
me if you don't want to kiss, brother.
Palpatine's a great guy.
Palpatine's Empire is actually really good. They're sending us money. We gotta give more money to the Palpatine Empire.
Okay, Yellow, you start us off. And you can actually start us off this time.
Are we finally moving past it?
You can start the show.
There you go.
The fear is all I need.
Dude, we can't do intros.
Well, no, we can't do
This is like the 5th intro in a row. We need to move past this.
Yeah.
No, man, we gotta. You know
gotta
what?
move past it.
You do the intro today.
Okay.
Come on, man. Do the intro.
What's up?
Hello.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Yap Wars podcast. I'm your host, Ian, and he's called the Cups, man.
And I'm your host, Us.
Well, I think this is the first time we did a proper intro in like,
Yeah, it's been a while.
I don't even know how long.
What do you mean? Wait, all this build up was ass. Wait, did you just forget the past 30 seconds?
But we usually just go.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay, you know how it is. You know what we do around here. We want you guys to.
What the flip
That's
are
not
you?
what we do around
Whoa.
here, bro! I just had the biggest brain fart. Anyway, you guys know what we bring to the table at the start of every episode. Yap Wars, Yap of the Week. Start us off.
All right.
Okay, I'll start us off. I got too much energy coming in, bro. Yalla, go. Start us off.
Okay. I am in between a few games.
Mm-hmm.
Kingdom Come.
You can't
It's
be in
so
between
boring.
a few bitches.
Nah, man.
Okay,
My wife
good.
doesn't let. Isn't that weird?
It's so weird.
She doesn't let. Kingdom Come was so boring,
Bro, it's
bro.
so
It's
ass,
so boring.
I hate games where they're like, oh, it's so realistic, bro. You think
It doesn't work.
You think I want to live in medieval times, bro? I want there to be
Right?
dragons.
It's so boring,
Yeah.
bro. One of the missions, this guy takes you around the town. Genuinely took 10 minutes to do. I'm like, bro, what am I doing here at this point? Like, I'm not fighting anything. I'm not doing anything fun. I uninstalled the game after that, bro.
Damn.
Ridiculous.
You don't even
And
know try
I was
Kingdom Come 2.
6 hours in. So like, I actually played quite a bit. I'm like, bro, this is just ass at this point. Like, man, it was just so bad, which is so disappointing because it started off like pretty well, but. And then I read online that the game carries this the whole way through. You walk with everyone and they take you around the town every time you go to a new town, and they talk to you about nothing that carries any importance. And so I was like, to me, it's not worth it, right? People online were saying if you want to be like immersed in medieval times and whatnot, it's the perfect game for that. If you want to feel like you're there, which is, if you're into that, cool.
Yeah.
It's just not for me.
Yeah.
Um,
Too realistic.
too
I need
realistic.
some dragons and some
Yeah,
magic.
bro, give me some dragons and some wenches and come on.
Bro, that's what, all roads lead back to Skyrim, bro.
Come on, man. Oh, bro, wallah, you're right. You're 100% right. Like, Skyrim is the gold standard.
Yeah, gold
Would you agree with that?
standard, bro. Yeah, 100%. Every single medieval game I play or fantasy game I play or whatever, I always go back to Skyrim.
You go back to Skyrim
And honestly, the only thing that scratched my itch similarly in a very long time has been Crimson
Desert.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's next on my list.
Yeah,
as
but
soon
it's
as
still too expensive.
As soon as it gets
Yeah.
cracked on Steam on lockdown.
You're not joking. Don't say you're joking.
Don't lie to the people.
Don't lie to the people.
Hades. You and me have had very similar things about
Oh,
this.
yeah,
I quit Hades after about 4 or 5 hours because I felt like I was just playing the same thing over and over again.
And I said that's what, like, I remember we were talking about it. I said, like, that's the thing with roguelikes. At least if you're like an outsider coming in, people that are into roguelikes, they have been for so long, like that's the gameplay loop that they want. But for people that aren't like getting into roguelikes, it's a bit too repetitive, and you just, after I've done it for 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever, I'm like, okay.
I think it's too niche. Like, either you like it or you don't. There's no like there's no middle ground, I feel, for
You reckon?
roguelike.
I think the middle ground is those first few hours where you enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you first played Hades,
was
you
loved
it, right? And same with me, like that building your character, whatever. And then eventually I'm like, yeah, but a lot of this relies on RNG and luck.
Yeah, bro.
You know who would love and who does love these games? Speedrunners.
Yeah, they would love
Because
those.
they
Yeah.
love doing 8 billion runs. Like, especially people, like, I know I've been keeping up to date with the Shadows of Evil speed runs because they just broke the new record. And one of the guys, he was like, I do it for this is my 37,000th time playing. And he's just like, this is 37,000 to 1. You know what I mean? Like, they sit there for hours and hours.
That's cooked.
You know what I mean? So that's probably who would enjoy that sort of game. But after a few hours, you're just like, eh.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Speaking of games that I'm playing now, and I'm actually liking these, and I put like a bit of time into them. So Jedi Survivor, ooh. I'm loving it, bro. I'm like,
are you replaying it?
Yeah. So when I first played it, I think I was just playing too much Marvel Rivals, and I'm like, I can't get into it right now. But now that I'm like kicking back and actually back into my story games, Jedi Survivor is a great time.
It's so good,
so peak, and bro, I know it's so like. It doesn't really carry any value, but changing the little bits on the lightsaber to me is just bro, that's perfect, man. I love that. I love it. So I'm not very far into it. Maybe only like 4 or 5 hours, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. The next one, and there's a lot of controversy about this one. I don't know if you've seen it. Mixtape. Have you seen it?
Or the Into the Spider-Verse-esque animation. Yeah.
There's a lot of controversy around it.
Have you played it?
No, I just started it because they people are complaining that there's no fail state in the game. So like if you mess something up, no matter how many times you mess it up, the game will just progress you to the next thing anyways.
Oh, it's a slice of life game.
Yeah, it's a slice. Exactly right. So like. You know what type of game you're going into. Like you're going in. This is one of those games where you're just going in to kick back and like experience the story. It's essentially like a short film kind of game, you know. And it's so cheap. They don't market it as like a full price game. So I don't understand the complaint.
I heard it was like 3 hours, 4 hours or something.
Yeah, it's very short. So like you know what you're getting with this game. Like it's meant to like. It's a certain vibe, right? Like the last day you hang. Essentially, the story is it's like the last day you're hanging out with your friends before one of them goes to a different state, and like it's just like you're going through the town, you're skateboarding through the town, and you're experiencing like games, and you're doing like crazy cool things with them. It's just meant to be a slice of life game. Yeah. So I don't understand the hate for it.
You know, a lot of people, and I'm gonna get a bit extra nerdy today. A lot of people forget that games are in and of themselves art.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. They're a way for the creator to like give you their vision. Yeah. You know what I mean? So what they want to give you, like it's art. Yeah. You know what I mean? So not everything is going to be fast paced, bashing people, whatever. Yeah. Sometimes you just got to stop and smell the roses. You know what I mean? Like some of these games are just, you just gotta.
That was crazy.
You know what I mean?
You put on this shirt and you just changed.
Yeah, I'm just like, I have hope.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, like, it is a form of art. Yeah. You know, and sometimes they want to tell their story not just in action or whatever, or it doesn't have to be high stakes or whatever. Sometimes
100%. You want like a kickback, right? Which, interesting enough, I was watching Game Ranks today. You know, do you know Falcon in Game Ranks? He's one of the like people in Game Ranks, and he runs like a podcast, and he has this like segment or something where he calls it Perfect Sevens, and his whole thing behind that is that he says that when did it become that like games have to have open world and action and stealth and all that? All these mechanics for it to be a 10 out of 10. It's like if a game selects a niche and perfects that, you should market based off that, not off let me compare this game to Skyrim, or let me compare this game to Cyberpunk. You gotta focus on what the game is and rate it for that. If that's not your style, like for example, Hades isn't for me, I will never say Hades is a trash game. It's just not for me. Like I had fun with the first 4 hours, but it's just not for me.
And that's, bro, I have so many games that I think are great games. Yeah. And are considered great games, you know? But it's not even like under the table or like unknown games. You know, like for me, for example, Witcher 3.
Or Baldur's Gate as well.
Or Baldur's Gate, you know? I couldn't get into them. Yeah. No matter how many times I tried, I just couldn't get into those games. That's it. Like, I'm not going to say that Baldur's Gate 3 is ass. Obviously, it's not. Yeah. It's one of the highest rated games, won so many awards. Like it probably, Clear Obscure is a game that I actually love. Yeah. Like, I love it. Yeah, but I didn't get past the 5-6 hours because of the turn-based. Yeah, I couldn't get into the combat. I think 5 or 6 of the 10 hours I played, I think, was just me going and exploring whatever. I just love the visuals. I love all of that. I love the opening sequence, everything. That's what I loved about the game. But I just couldn't get into the turn-based. You know, just because you can't get into certain things. Yeah, 100%. And another thing, a game doesn't have to be groundbreaking or reinvent the wheel. Yeah, you know, just for it to be a 10. Like a game doesn't have to do something so brand new that you've never seen before, and because if every single game is inventing something new, like then that becomes the new trope. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, they invented something new
Yeah.
again. You know, a lot of games just don't want to be happy. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
they
They just don't. Like, I seen someone on Twitter, I think, where he was like, "Oh, I hate what Into the Spider-Verse has done to animation." What?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? What, Into the Spider-Verse has, like, made it better? Like,
Yeah.
what are you on about? Because you know how it's
Yeah,
like,
that
it's very
style, that
similar.
style, yeah.
And some
I
people
love
are
that
like, bro. Some people are like, bro, I'm not gonna pay full price for a game that's only 24 frames per second.
Yeah.
And first of all, why does it need to be 60 FPS for a slice of life game? You know?
It is 60 FPS. It's just the art style.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
But-
it's the art style.
yeah.
But I'm saying, like, why does it need to be like full ray tracing, like for a slice of life game?
Yeah.
Second of all, you're not paying full price for the
Yeah,
game.
it's not full price.
It's not full price at all.
Yeah.
Third of all, like, he doesn't even know what this is about.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't know that it's the animation or whatever. A lot of people just want to argue and hate before they even get to know the game, which is worse.
Sounds like me. These are my
What are
people.
you trying- these are my
These are my people. All right. Yeah. So that's my yap of the week, which he just hijacked, and he just went on.
It's called the conversation, man.
No. That actually really that was actually really good.
Yeah.
And you know, very insightful. So I am never
Don't
complimenting you
compliment
again.
me if you don't want to kiss, brother.
All right. So tell me, bro.
Okay. My yap of the week.
Can I finish my statement?
You literally said, "Tell me." If there isn't another way for me to start talking,
Oh,
you're in your bully mode.
bro, that killed me.
I
Okay.
wish for true. For real. Why did I say for true? I'm in my kingdom come.
If you don't yap like straight away, you just start saying bullshit. Like, I mean, my true.
My true. I mean, come on. My daddy hit me. I mean, what? What'd you hear?
You need to talk, man.
I have a very short yap of the week. It's. I'll make it very long.
Sure, buddy.
Yeah. Recently, I went and watched Devil Wears Prada 2. I spoke for 3 seconds and you check in a watch that doesn't exist. Hey, you know he always says, "Oh, as soon as it's not about me or whatever." As soon as it's not about you, you check the time. You start yawning.
This is part of your
you
yap of the
look
week.
so
I'm
handsome.
deducting this from your yap of the week time.
It's good. Mine's short. I need the time. I need to fill up the time. You know, you're so cute. But yeah, Devil Wears Prada 2.
Yeah.
It was just, all I'm gonna say, it's like a really good movie. It was really fun. If you're a fan of the first one, this one is very.
I'm gonna expose him for a sec. I told him, give the people an in-depth review. It'll be good. Like, not only we're not only like superhero and action, blah blah blah. Like, let's actually like talk about this movie a bit. He's like, bro, I watched it 2 weeks ago. I don't remember anything. He's like, I can't do pros and cons. I can just give you a joke. Bro, look at this guy.
Honestly, I can't do an in-depth review because I don't remember.
You're so shameless, bro. You just watched it.
When did it come out? I watched it on the release day.
2 weeks ago.
Was it 2 weeks or last week?
Like maybe 2 or max 3 weeks ago.
Nah, not even. I think it came out.
So how did you forget?
I just forgot. Bro, you know how many times I have to watch a movie to be able to review it?
That's fair. And I'll also put on one thing. Like, when I come out of a movie with the boys, like we sit and we talk about it, right?
Yeah.
Well, you watch it with your missus, right?
Yeah.
When I come out of a movie with my missus, she just starts yapping. So like, I think there's an extra thing to that because we came out of Project Hail Mary and you like had everything in your head ready to go.
Exactly.
But with this, you probably just came out.
Even with this one, like, I can give you. For me, I didn't really go into it thinking, "Oh, this is gonna be like I need to break it down or whatever." But it's just like, if you like the first one, it's very similar. They bring in a lot of what I did like. I'll give you a bit of a in-depth review. What I did like is it wasn't lighthearted at the start. Like, they took on a really touchy subject where they're. He's smiling.
I was just thinking. No. Well, it's not what you were saying. It's like, I was thinking. This is so shameless of me. I was thinking, how do I bring Batman vs Superman into this? I'm so cooked, bro.
No, there's a point where you can bring it in, okay? And where they verse each other.
You're okay, bro. I like doing this podcast with you.
I love you.
I love you.
Should never got married.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, so at the start they really talk about how like AI and whatnot's taking a lot of people's jobs and how big corporate entities don't really care about the little guy. At the start of the movie, like the first scene, you see everyone in her team, Anne Hathaway's team, get fired over text. And it really, and then they go into how journalism is dying because people only care about clicks and whatnot. So it was really interesting, you know, at the start. I think towards the end of the movie, they didn't really explore that topic as much. So I'll probably deduct points if I were to from that, but it was really good. I would give it a 7.5. 7.5, maybe 8 if I was with the boys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because part of
don't let your wife see this.
No, I'll tell you why. Because part of my movie going experience and what makes a movie good or bad is if me and the boys dissect the movie after.
Yeah.
If we sit down and be like, yes, talk to me.
Yeah, Wallah, you're so right.
Yeah, Wallah.
So my missus gets really upset when I want to watch a superhero movie with the boys.
Yeah.
But what I've tried to explain to her is that there's so much like lore behind us, right? Like we know what we like and we know what we dislike and whatnot, but then we also know so much about the characters as well.
Exactly, yeah.
So we can talk a bit more about that too, and a bit more nerdy or a bit more film aspect of it is like we can also talk about specific shots or the music that was used. Like we get really nerdy with it, which I love. I love
that's
that.
the best part of it.
That's
Bro,
so
imagine we went into No Way Home, watched the movie, walked down and be like,
Yellow
see
home
you guys.
time.
Home time. No way. Bro, the movie started at 12 a.m., finished at 3, was it? Or 2:30?
Yeah, probably 3.
And we stayed in the car park till 4 a.m. just talking about, you know what I mean? Like, that's cracker.
Yeah.
That's the best part. But, yeah, so that's about
nothing can beat watching a movie with the boys.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Like in terms of movie going?
If you have someone that you're married to, sack him. Stop hanging out with your wife. Don't watch movies with your wife. Watch movies with the boys.
With the boys, bro.
You know, we're gonna change this podcast to a Sigma mentality podcast. No,
breathe air.
Leave woman.
Let's get into comics that we're excited for, or did you want to do that? You wanted to do a Invincible
review. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So look, so you know the comics and you know the plot and whatnot, but you didn't watch the thing, right? Useless.
Honestly,
which also we are delaying our Daredevil review, which we're meant to do today, because this guy is just playing Diablo. He just won't get off Diablo.
I just can't.
Where's your Diablo build video? You said you would make one.
I can't even do that.
Like, what are you doing?
Where's Discord?
Let's move past this. I still haven't made Discord.
It's been
far out. Okay, follow up with me tonight.
I'll probably play Diablo.
We're just as bad as each other. Yeah, we're just as bad as each other. Okay, so I wrote down a couple things. Invincible, I really, really, really like the voice acting. Like the voice acting is really good. I'm especially going to point out her name is her last name I'm gonna butcher, but her name is Sandra O-H. I don't know how to pronounce her last name.
That's it.
For Debbie, she is phenomenal.
Yeah,
she puts in the work, bro. Like if anyone should be the highest paid voice actor / actress for this show, it should be Debbie by a mile, because she carries all the heartfelt scenes and like, you know, like you feel for Nolan, right? But if you're there from Debbie's perspective, you're like, how do I forgive this guy? And in the comics, she forgave him like immediately, right?
Yeah,
which gets into my next point of the choices that they've made in the show, in my opinion, have been so much better than the comics. Debbie being unwilling to forgive Nolan, the way they've gone about the strength of who's the big alien guy? Who Seth Rogen voices.
Alan.
I forget names. Yeah, Alan. So Alan was apparently way more OP in the comics, but they've toned him down in this to even it out. Some scenes that were completely introduced with Thrag. There was a whole backstory of how he took over and whatnot. That's not in the comics. So these are great choices that they're doing. Like, bro, it's phenomenal. Like the choices they're making and like certain things with how the action goes as well, and particularly. The one thing that is just a standout in this show is how they've dealt with the conquest fights, both 1 and 2. But I'm going to focus on the second fight. By the way, this is probably spoiler. So far, I've kept the spoiler free sort of thing. You know what? Spoiler.
You know what? We're going to put a spoiler from the start of it.
I'm not doing that. What's it called? The conquest fight was just amazing. Like in my opinion, I think Invincible vs. Conquest 1 and 2 are the greatest or might be. I have to think about this like a bit more, but I think they're among the greatest like superpowered being fights I've ever seen. Bro, like they're so brutal.
They are.
Like the whole thing is Conquest comes to Earth. The strongest superhero on the planet is Invincible, and he's getting his ass whooped. Like, what do we do? It's so phenomenal. And then the second round is Invincible choking Conquest, and Conquest could like actually stop him earlier, but he tries to like show that, oh, this isn't hurting me, so he's just beating up Mark. But then at the end, when he's like, I'm actually gonna die here, then he decides to stab Mark. But at that point, it's too late.
Too late.
So yeah, this other things like such as when he's getting choked, he doesn't have his dialogue. In the comics, he talks and like they have a bit of back and forth. There's no dialogue, man.
Yeah.
It's just straight dark music, dark atmosphere, and laying into Mark, and Mark's not willing to give up. So yeah, that's amazing. Thrag is amazing, bro. When I don't know if you've seen it, but when he pulls back the punch.
Yeah, I seen that. There was a thing I seen. It's like top 3 airbenders, and they show like Aang, and then they show
awesome.
Zahir, and then they
That's
show.
so awesome.
Yeah.
His voice actor is amazing as well because he's got.
You know how many people were clowning on him?
Yeah, I think at the start maybe, but as you see him more, because he really portrays the soft side of Thrag, but then also when he gets like pissed off, like he does really well.
Yeah.
And look, I don't think it's his voice. This is going to move now into my negatives. So my pros are the extra scenes, the choices that they've made, the voice acting, the general plot is phenomenal. Thrag is a phenomenal villain that they've introduced. And now I'm going to get into my negatives, which is the animation. The animation is dog water.
Bro,
like,
they just
it's
trace
horrible.
over their comics.
It's
like,
horrible.
They didn't even put any...
The animation here, Studio Mappa wouldn't put out for like as a preview or a beta.
Is Mappa good?
That's what I'm saying. Like they wouldn't even look twice at this animation. They'd be like, "What the hell is this trash? Get this out of here!" Right? Like this is ridiculous for essentially a AAA studio animation studio. This is ridiculous.
It is.
I understand that most of their money is going to voice acting, but that's not my fault. Right? I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Oh, maybe." No, the animation is ridiculous. It's horrible. And it's letting down the voice acting. It's letting down the plot. It's letting down the choices they've made. It's letting down the music. It's letting down the sound design. Everything in this show is so phenomenal.
The animation
is just ridiculous. Like,
and
it's unacceptable.
for an animated show.
It's unacceptable. It's genuinely not acceptable at all. Like, there's no shade. Have you seen the fan shading? Fan shading is crazy. You're telling me this one guy can just do this, but like a AAA studio isn't going out of their way to spend a little bit more money to do this? Ridiculous, bro.
I feel like
unacceptable.
I feel like it's a higher up thing where they're not.
It is definitely a higher up thing because Invincible season 1, no one complained about the animation. It was peak. It was so peak. Good. No, it's just ridiculous. It's unacceptable, and they need to do better. Like they have to. If you're a AAA studio, you need to do better than this. And I'm not. I just want to put it out there. I'm not blaming the animators. The animators are doing amazing with what appears to be whatever the budget they have. It's the higher ups that need to get it together. My next. Next negative.
Tell him Sarum's angry.
Thank you. My next negative is the Devil episode. That was so booty cheeks.
Have you seen Robert Kirkman on the Escape Boys podcast?
Yeah, he was talking about it.
Yeah,
bro, I don't know what he was thinking. Bro, it was so bad. It was so bad, man. Just really trash. Just one more thing on the anime. It's not really animation, but I want to talk about the coloring. I feel like the coloring is not.
It's too bland.
Yeah,
it's not vibrant.
If you go back and read Invincible vs. Conquest 1 and 2, I know I'm bringing those up because I have not read the comics. I just like reading sections and watching those TikToks on, you know what I mean. So that's where all my comics information comes from.
Fake fan.
Okay. So the Invincible 1 and 2 fights, the coloring is so amazing. But then when you come to the show, it's just boring. Like they need to do better on this, man. But anyways,
yap as much as you want.
No, I need to get through this. I've been yapping too much.
You got more?
Coming back to the Devil episode, ridiculous, horrible. I don't know what they were thinking. And then I hate when people in the comments are saying, "Oh, don't make it political," because people are like complaining about the whole hell heaven aspect of it. Brother, they brought in hell heaven. You can't tell these people don't make it political when they made it political.
But what's political about it?
Like, so people are upset that how are you depicting hell like this? How are you depicting Satan as a good guy? How are you saying that, yeah, hell exists, but heaven doesn't? Because they, in the episode, they say hell is hell, but heaven is people on earth living. That's the whole version of hell and heaven, right? So people are like saying like it's ridiculous and it's kind of like weird and whatnot, right? And then people are saying, don't make it political. But no one told you to say hell and heaven for this. Like, you made it political.
Yeah, they always like poke at the nest. And then when someone's like, hey, leave us alone, they're like, what's going on? Like,
Wallah,
victims,
bro, a genuine victim mentality. And then the last thing, this is my final negative, and this is what I wanted to discuss with you, because a few episodes back you were talking about power scaling, and I was like more so on your side. But as I've watched Invincible season 4 and I've watched the TikToks, I haven't read the comics, the TikToks of what happens later in the comics, like I know everything now. The power scaling in this series is so trash. It's so ridiculous that it genuinely sometimes takes me out of the show.
Yeah.
I will be like watching this amazing fight scene between the Viltrumites and whatnot, right? And then Omni-Man can't even deal with a bug. Like, come on, bro. Like, Omni-Man, who in season 1 was taking out a whole planet and like moving so fast that like he would move past, and then the explosion trail would follow him afterwards, and the dust and
was so cool.
like, right? Like,
and the animation of that was insane.
So good. The power scaling in this show is so bad, I believe it affects the plot.
Yeah. I will defend myself here, yeah?
Okay.
I hate, not power scaling in general, I hate power scaling on TikTok and whatnot.
Okay.
Because a lot of people, to them, power scaling is the most important aspect. Like, if their favorite hero isn't the strongest, they won't watch, or they think it's bad, or it's not just the strongest in their verse. They have to be the strongest in this verse and that verse and every verse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think power scaling is another tool to tell the story.
Yeah.
They use power scaling very wrong. Like, I don't like it either. You know, it takes you away from the story. Like, especially when I think it was in season 2 where they're like, oh, Mark's been training for how long, whatever. He's gotten 140 times faster, or I don't know, 140% and then 40% stronger, or something like that. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it was. And then he loses to stuff that he shouldn't have lost.
He shouldn't be losing.
You know what I mean? And yes, they explain it, right? They do explain it. Like, say, for example, that dragon, is it the dragon?
Yeah, the dragon is like super OP. And
yeah, they explain it as he's super OP.
But he's losing to like the Mauler twins, and he's getting beat up by
and then they show it's like a nerve agent or Armstrong. You know, I think the fact that you have to explain it is in and of itself bad. Like, I don't care when it's bad. You know what? Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Like, for example, one of them where they're like, oh, the gravity on this planet is so strong that they're not able to move how they want to do, and that's why Omni-Man and Alan, I think they fought against us. I was like, bro, you could have done anything else. You know, you could have made a swarm of them, and like so many of them come at once, and they're relentless, and you know they have sharp. You know what I mean?
You don't have to explain that.
You didn't have to explain it that way. Just so you can make an ass. You know what I mean? So in and of itself, I think power scaling, if your only reason for watching, which is what brings me, like, a lot of people think solo leveling is a 10 out of 10, right? But I'll tell them, like, bro, it's not more than a 6. At least in my opinion, 6 or 7. Why? Because it's only fight to fight.
It is just fight.
And the narrative doesn't keep going. I've read the manhwa. It does get somewhat interesting, but not enough to justify, like, you know what I mean? Like, every season, I'll come back every season, and I'll watch every fight because they are cool, you know? But that's all they are. So in that sense, I think power scaling shouldn't be taken as its main focus. But I do think that Invincible has a problem. Yeah, Invincible itself, like
so I like how you said that it's a tool, especially, and it's good for, like, I like that you said that. That's a very good point, because as a tool, it's a good way to show that Thrag is so OP when Viltrumites are punching him, right? But then if we're going another minute after that, where so Invincible comes full speed and chucks a punch, 0 movement, and Thrag is like that to the point where it hurts Invincible's hand, right? But then 2 minutes after that, Invincible punches him and Thrag goes, oh, like, is that, come on, and Invincible doesn't have all that build up. Like, I think it's ridiculous. I think it's not even explained well, because how is Thrag that OP? Okay, he's strong. How is he that durable? What does durability have to do here? Like they haven't explained it at all. They just said Thrag is the strongest.
They're with each other, right? Like strength and durability are like they coincide with one another. You know, you can't have one.
I mean, they
the
could,
other.
but like, how is he that strong?
What, Thrag?
Yeah, how is Thrag that strong? They never explain it.
But
They just said he is. They just said he is. That's it.
They don't give him a backstory or nothing.
No backstory.
But to be the emperor, just to play devil's advocate here,
of course.
to be the emperor and the of the most strongest planet, you know, a planet that conquers every other planet. To be the emperor,
that's fine. That's fine.
But you have to be.
Tell us how. It's so easy to just say scientists worked on him extra hard. No explanation. He's just this.
But he's like, think of it like Broly.
Yeah.
You know Broly?
Yeah.
In the Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, but there's a whole key system behind that.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Right? Like, there's no key system here. It's like their physiology. It's like their actual bodies here.
Yeah,
so, like,
just
how?
one of a kind.
But, like, how?
Like for example, LeBron James.
Yeah, no, but LeBron James has, like, competitors. Like, there are people who can compete with him. He's obviously, like, at a certain point, he was the best.
Yeah.
But, like, Thrag is to Viltrumites what Viltrumites are to humans.
Oh,
like,
damn. But you know what? Yeah, a lot of the times, and they do it a lot, which is, you know what? I think we're gonna get, we're gonna be jumping.
We might go too
everywhere.
far into it.
Yeah, like because just this one thing.
Yeah.
I don't like it when a certain group of people or an enemy or whatever is described as something so scary.
Yeah.
And then 2 or 3 episodes later, or whatever, or a season or 2 later, they're just fodder.
Yeah.
Like a lot of Viltrumites.
They did that with Omni-Man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like they just become fodder.
Yeah.
One of the people that done it so well was, you know, Cyberpunk Edge Runners,
Yes. Yeah.
where they bring in the SWAT team essentially. What are they called? The
Militech?
no, the main team that comes like. You never want to.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I mean? Like we always forget about. This is why we need something here. Yeah. But anyway, at no point was that team seen as fodder. No matter how strong David or us as V got, you always had that sense of worry when these people came, and I love that. You know what I mean? Viltrumites, even though like you're contending with the best of the best of the best, Viltrumites in and of themselves should never be fodder.
Yeah.
Because they are the apex predators in the universe, or at least the galaxy, you know? So at no point should they be bashing 2 or 3 Viltrumites at once or fighting one, and like if you win a fight, it should be extreme diff against the Viltrumite. And you have to be the top of the top of the top. Like the Invincible team, 4 of them should be going against one Viltrumite.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
Betrayed.
That's how it definitely
should be. You know what I mean? I like the Scourge virus. I like
that definitely makes sense.
Because that's
good.
the only way you can beat them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the only way. But there is a lot of the times where you're just like, bro, the other day I was watching this and you're telling me he's strong, and now agent. You know what I mean?
So just to end the review, the final negative I have is that I didn't write this down. It was meant to be a, like sort of like power scaling, but the whole system of here's this guy, next bad guy is stronger, next bad guy is stronger, next bad guy is stronger. We start with Invincible season 1. Omni-Man is like the strongest.
Yeah.
And then the next season, Anissa's faster than him.
Yeah.
The next season we got Conquest, and then now we got Thrag. Like it's just strong. And I in my opinion, that's boring.
Yeah.
Because now that I see Thrag, and it's like, because it goes from Omni-Man, and then it goes from Conquest, and now it's Thrag. Like, in my opinion, I think it's a little bit boring.
Yeah.
I like when villains are diverse, and like the protagonist has to use their smarts to deal with them. Sure, if you want to have Thrag be that OP, I'm happy with that. But then Conquest shouldn't have been that OP. And then Anissa shouldn't have been that OP. And Omni-Man shouldn't have been that OP. Because every time Mark goes up against someone, he gets his ass whooped. He has his guts spilled out, and then somehow he survives. To the point where it kind of gets ridiculous that these people, that he's even surviving after this stuff. So anyways, that's my Invincible Season 4 review. I actually really did enjoy it, regardless of the negatives that I just dropped. I'd give the season overall an 8 out of 10. I think it's good. I really like the finale as well. I love when a finale doesn't just end at the fight and then it moves and then it ends the season. I love when they spend a lot of time like dealing with the aftermath. People didn't like that with Stranger Things, for example, because Stranger Things finale was like they finished it like early, and then the rest was
Yeah, but
the
it was
characters.
like another hour.
I personally, I love that.
Yeah.
I can understand why people don't, but if you're with these characters for so long, you actually want to see
You
them.
do want that sort of epilogue.
Yeah. And then if I was to rate all the Invincible seasons so far, I would put season 1 at the top. Season 1 is just goated.
Yeah.
Then I would put season 3 because I love Conquest. So just for that, I put season 3 up there, but also the whole other marks and whatnot. Season 2 I thought was a bit weak. I think it was a setup for what comes next, so I can't really blame it. So I'm gonna put that lowest, and then I put season 4.
So 1, 3,
1, 3,
2.
4, and 2.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, I think that's respectable.
So that's my yap done, and let's move on. What do we
Let's
got?
move on. So our next topic is comics / movies / TV shows / your wrists that you're that you're excited for. I want to get us started off, and these are. So I got 3 things here. I got a bit more, but we'll get into these 3 things first and see how we go. Well, the first thing is Midnight Comics, which is a Marvel spin-off similar to the Absolute Universe of DC.
Yeah.
I think they've already released Midnight X-Men, and the one that I'm really excited for, and I wanted us to speculate and what like you think might happen, is Midnight Spider-Man.
Dude, that would be so cool.
So it's coming out in October.
Yeah.
It's Midnight Spider-Man. It's basically like Spider-Man, Absolute Spider-Man, basically. So I wanted you to give me what you would think is a crazy Absolute Spider-Man.
I think it has to go more into his mutations and whatnot, right? Like maybe he has an insatiable hunger or something. Like I need him to be like a predator, like not
Pause.
like not like a fun spider. I don't see it being cool if he's a fun Spider-Man, because we've gotten that so many times.
Yeah, we have.
I'd want to see a bit of a darker Spider-Man, and then I can't wait to see how his Green Goblin looks like.
Oh,
I can't wait to see that.
Cracker. That would look cracker.
But I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if Midnight. No, it'd be a cool spin-off, but I don't think it can be like a long-running series like Absolute Batman is planning to be.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think these are like what-if comics.
Yeah,
but like comics, you know what I mean? Like Midnight's more like of a darker thing, because I don't see... Actually, no, we had Superior Spider-Man. That ran for a while.
But was it a dark?
It was Doc Ock in Spider-Man's body.
I never read. Is that a comic series?
Yeah.
I've never
So, you know what? No spoilers. Read
Okay.
Superior Spider-Man. It's really good.
Also, speaking of comics, read this.
Yeah.
Superman Spider-Man is good. Thank you so much for giving it to me, by the way.
worries.
He's very generous, as much as we talk trash about each other. But this was a really fun issue. And it's got, I had to ask you for it because I'm an idiot. But it's got a couple short stories.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's really good. It's,
I had
it's
a lot of
really,
fun
we
with it.
recommend it. You know what? We might start doing some
Comic recommendations.
comic recommendations.
Hey, man, you gotta stop, man.
But yeah, so I was thinking they would more go into his mutations as well, or at least there'll be a good side, bad side of Ben, or even if they good side, bad side of Peter, yeah, or even if they do like, you know, when he has his black suit and they really get into him being like whatever, if he's just that's just how he is, like if Aunt May and Uncle Ben die and he's like, say he's homeless, and we just love seeing him suffer, bro.
This sounds good. Like Zack Midnight, this is what he should be.
This is who he should be. But yeah, like I don't know how I would react to Spider-Man being more like a dark character. Like it works perfect for Batman because Batman is like he's already a dark character. You know what I mean? But for Spider-Man, I'm excited. Honestly, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Something else I wanted to talk about. This isn't something I'm excited about. This is something that I'm hating.
Okay.
And that is the Ben 10 comic, bro.
I haven't read it. Have you read it?
I haven't read it yet, but like I've seen the photos online. It just looks so bad, bro.
Really?
Ben looks so bad. Gwen looks so bad.
Was it like goofy or?
No, it's just like rushed. Or like it was like the initial sketches or something. Like I wish I could pull up some photos or whatever. But when we have time, bro, I want you to go and look at it.
Okay.
Bro, it looks so bad. Bro, honestly, like...
That's sad because the cover looked so good.
Yeah, but bro, like in the comic, and honestly, you know me, like some of the designs I was okay with, but Accelerate looks so bad. Stinkfly looks bad. Who else was in there? I think it was Water Hazard. Was it Water? Like I skimmed through it a bit, but bro, they just look bad, man. Cannonball looks so ugly. He's so ugly, bro, and it's the only thing we have. Like as Ben 10 fans, this is the newest thing we have. So I'm sitting there like, bro, I don't care. I'll support you. Just make more, bro. Yeah. And eventually maybe
comic got sold out.
Huh? It did. Yeah, it did get sold out. So look, as long as the people are still talking about Ben 10, it will eventually get better. Yeah. You know what I mean? And exactly, we're happy.
And my Ghost Freak, he knew that this was going to be a dumpster fire, so he bounced up. That's how good it is.
Yeah. No, I think the whole comic is a Ghost Freak because it's so bad. Looks ass. That was bad.
Wrap it up, buddy.
Yeah.
We're ending the podcast here.
Another, obviously, we're excited about the Spider-Man movie that's coming out in 2 months.
Yes, sir.
June, July. Yeah, in 2 months. I have to count. Another thing, I know some of the boys were like getting less and less excited because of the trailer, but Odyssey, we haven't seen the trailer yet. We wanted to do it. Or did you watch it? You watched it.
I watched it.
Yeah.
We didn't have time.
Yeah, we didn't. I might watch the trailer. But honestly, like that gets me back to, you remember when we were talking about comic books is art? This is gets me back to it where it's like, I'm not here just to see the Odyssey on the big screen. You know, I don't want you to take what the book had or whatever. I want his version. I want Christopher Nolan's version. So, and I trust Christopher Nolan other than Tenet. You know, and I think there was one other one, but other than that, like he had really good movies. You know, Memento, Dark Knight series, obviously. What was the other one? Interstellar, Oppenheimer. You know what I mean? Like I didn't go to Oppenheimer wanting a documentary on how the atomic bomb was made. I wanted his telling. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm not losing out hope. I trust his creative direction, and I think it's going to be a good movie.
Okay.
How about you?
That's fair. Maybe I'm a bit of the middle ground between you and them. Like I think the dialogue is horrible. I just don't think it suits the time period that I'm looking at. I can't sit there and watch a movie that's like all this olden time sort of thing, and then they're saying, "Daddy, you want a new daddy?" and stuff. Like I don't know. Like to me, it doesn't.
Yeah, I guess
my dad is coming home. Like, I don't know. It was just off-putting to me.
Oh, so you'd rather my father's coming home?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
You know what? If like, yes, he has his own creative vision, but if I lose immersion and like you get me out of it and I'm no longer in it, I can see. Yeah. But then I guess that's why we rate it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Look, I have faith in like. I think regardless it'll be a good movie and maybe probably even great. I just don't like the dialogue. I hope it doesn't take me out because as I watched the trailer, it took me out of the trailer. I was like, Dad? What is he saying? But other than that, I think the trailer looked good. It was just one thing that was really off to me with like, maybe it's just a CGI I think was a bit bad. I think that can be fixed before the movie comes out.
Maybe it's not. It's like pre-production.
Pre-production, like pre-production. No Way Home CGI was ass, and they worked on that. So I don't know. Yeah.
Another thing, it's King. What's his name? What's his name, bro? The King. Melatonin. Like the guy with the massive, like that black.
He looks
suit.
cracker.
I don't know why people didn't like it.
Because it's too clean and it looks plasticky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, I can understand that.
Like there are things in this movie definitely where I sort of agree with that. Like why do they look so clean? Why do they look so...
I think that's a huge problem that a lot of movies now are having, even superhero movies, whatever. Like look worn in.
Yeah.
You look like you're cosplaying someone. You know what I mean? Don't look like it needs to look worn in.
Yes.
But yeah, so I do agree with that. But he looked cool.
He did.
Honestly, he looked. I've seen someone he like edited the bat ease. He's like Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, it full did look like that.
He wants to do another series, but that gets me into something that I think we'd agree on is Batman comics and what they're calling the bat fatigue.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think the first time I seen it was when Robert Kirkman on. The Escape Pod, he said that he doesn't like Batman. He hates that everyone loves Batman. He's like, why is he so popular? Like, I get it, he looks cool or whatever. And then a lot of people started saying, oh yeah, man, there's too many Bat comics.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, look, here's what I think. I think a lot of people saw Robert Kirkman and like saw what he was talking about and whatnot and folded.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, you know what, he's right. Shut up.
Yeah.
I want more Batman.
Yeah.
Like, shut up. And I'm not like, he's not my favorite superhero. I think he would be in my top 10, but he's not my favorite superhero.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know he's in your top 3, like Spider-Man than him, right? But he's not, and I want Absolute Batman. I want the other Batman. What's the? I haven't started reading it, but they have
mainline continuity.
The mainline continuity. I want Batman goes on a walk. I want Batman. But I want everything.
Yeah.
Like the new Lego Batman movie, the game. I want it. Like, bro, it's Batman. Like, forget about your bat fatigue. Get out of here, bro. Batman is so cool.
Yeah.
Like, and not only is Batman cool, when Absolute Comics does really well, every other comic does well.
Yes.
Because people start reading
100%.
Batman comics.
He's so ungrateful, low key. Because like I think later on in the podcast he even admitted it or something.
Yeah.
Where he's like, oh yeah, thank God for Absolute Batman. Maybe I'm making this up, but he said something like Absolute Batman is driving comic sales up.
Yeah.
Because they go in for Absolute Batman and they're like, oh, Invincible. And they grab that too.
Exactly.
So ungrateful.
When there is a comic that's booming, you know what I mean? It always does that. Like, everyone now is into comics, which is good. It's all like whatever comic. I don't care if it's Poo Poo Head and the Doo Doo Warriors. Yeah, if people are enjoying comics, they're gonna be like, "Oh, I enjoyed this. Let me see if I like this." It's gonna be like Netflix. You know, Netflix. People also enjoyed it. You know what I mean? They're gonna go in. They're gonna buy other comics, and it's gonna keep it alive, and it's gonna drive comic sales up. And I think a lot of people just folded under no pressure and were like, oh no, Batman comics, yeah, we need less Batman. No, get out of here, bro. Batman comics is so cool. Absolute Batman is so cool.
Peak.
You know what I mean? And he's genuinely like, no one's buying Superman comics anymore. As much as I love Superman, you know, no one's gonna buy other than him. He had to be with
you know what Superman comics are selling is this and Absolute Superman because of Absolute Batman.
Because of Absolute Batman. That's genuinely what happened with me. My first introduction to Absolute universe was Absolute Batman. You know, I was like, bro, what's this? I read it, whatever. I was like, wait, there's Absolute Superman and the Absolute Wonder Woman. You know what I mean? Like, don't just because he's doing crazy, you know. And you want your favorite hero to be doing crazy, don't be petty, bro.
Yeah.
It's the best for all situations. Everyone's gonna love it. Everyone's gonna enjoy it. Everyone will start reading more comics. So anyone that says bat fatigue, nah.
Whoa. Yeah, look, man, I'm gonna agree with that. Especially the point on Absolute Batman, real quick before I go into it. Absolute Batman introduced to me one of the hardest lines I've ever seen or read or heard in a movie, TV show, comic, or whatever. And I think you know what line I'm talking about. When he comes across the Riddler, and then like he has a conversation with the Riddler, and then Riddler ends it with "Riddle me this, Batman. What are you gonna do?" I was losing my mind. It was,
good.
bro, a comic book had me going, wow.
And not just you, so many people. So many people were like, bro, I can enjoy this.
Yeah, it's a whole new medium. Like,
it's
bro,
a whole new medium.
Absolute Batman got me into this, is making me read Immortal Hulk as well, got you into Absolute Superman.
Yeah.
Like, it's opened up comics for us.
Exactly. And that's why I think a lot of people, when there is something that's peak, they're going to watch it and they're going to, read it. They're going to be like, wait, I've always brushed off comics because I thought I'd never feel this feeling. And he's made them feel that feeling.
That feeling I got.
Yeah, riddle
me this, Batman. What are you going to do? Oh.
Yeah,
it's so peak.
Good,
it's one of my favorite lines ever, man. It's so awesome.
Also, it goes to show when a lot of, even he said it, like Robert Kirkman was saying, a lot of his mates want to write Batman.
Yeah.
You know? A lot of people want to write Batman because he's cool.
He's cool.
You know? And they...
100%.
They can say whatever story they want to say. Or I know you have a lot of points written down.
Yeah. So I wanted to get into like this whole bat fatigue thing and why I think he's so popular and whatnot. Okay, so I think he's a peak character for a reason, right? Mm-hmm. And that is particularly to do with his relatability and his trauma. Mm-hmm. So out of like all the thing, so this is where my comparison with Marvel and DC are, is that Marvel are humans trying to be gods, right? Trying to deal with gods, being gods, right? Whereas DC is full of gods trying to be humans, which I don't think is as relatable, right? The one standout there is Batman. He is a man standing amongst these titans and like holding his own. Yeah. Which people love to see the average guy stand with like... Why do you think like Steph Curry, for example, is so well loved, right? It's because like he is on the level of the greatest players of all time, none of which are under like 6'6", and he's like 6'2". Why do people gravitate towards him? Because he's a 3-point shooter, right? And they're like, I can do that too.
Yeah.
So there's that. Like you can never be like Superman, and you obviously can't be like Batman. Yeah, I know. And you obviously can't be like Batman either, but you can train.
Yeah.
You can train and become one of the best fighters ever. You can become an amazing fighter. You can use your mind to get into software or engineering or whatnot. So you can chase those attributes, right?
Which is why I also think a lot of people defend like Batman with like, oh, prep time. Yeah. But no, it's like it comes from it's like because he's been built so well and someone that's always been able to like get out of situations and whatnot, which I think it's amazing. You know, because he's always been in situations where he's had to fight Darkseid, Brainiac, his rogue gallery in general, you know what I mean? They're always putting him through the worst of the worst.
They're putting him absolute Batman is the best example of that.
Exactly.
But the underdog example is something I wanted to bring up too, is that you sort of root for him because his villains, especially in like Absolute Batman, for example, or even in the movies like Joker and Batman, like his villains are kind of like always one step ahead and technically better than him at a certain thing, right? And you sort of root for him like in that aspect. Like Superman is stronger than his villains, but like he just holds back sort of thing. But Batman isn't stronger than Bane. He just has to figure out a way to beat him. So you root for him in that sense, right? Which is getting into my next point, which is his villains. I think another thing which makes Batman so iconic is that his villains and his rogue gallery are so much more iconic than anyone else's, in my opinion. I think it's 100%. Him, and then I think it's Spider-Man, in my opinion.
I'll put them at a very similar level. I think they're the debated.
Yeah, okay, they're debated, yeah.
But you know what? I'll also talk about that. I think it's because...
Wait, sorry. I just want to... Last point, and then I'm done. So, speaking on the villains... I want you to, like, actually yap about it. That's why I want to finish off this last quick point. The villains, why I like them is because they're also in that sort of grounded aspect. Bane is a guy with, like... He's just roided up, basically. Joker is not, like... he's not like a devil or something. He's just super smart and he's really evil. That's the thing with a lot of his villains. They're just like menaces. They're evil, and it used to be like oh, these people don't exist. But like with recent world events, you know that evil people just exist, right? They're gritty, they're evil, they're realistic, and they challenge him, and they're always doing some cool things to him that make you like go whoa, like because a Superman villain destroying the city, you'll be like they can rebuild that, but someone who gives Batman trauma and the Bat family trauma, that's not something you can easily recover from. So yeah, that's why I think Batman is amazing, and why the concept of Bat fatigue to me is ridiculous, because first of all, he brings in so much light to comics and other superheroes and whatnot, but also he's the most relatable. In my opinion, he might be one of the most relatable superheroes. So you were speaking on the villains. Other than Spider-Man. Yeah. So you speak on the villains.
Yeah, also, like, his rogue gallery and also Spider-Man's rogue gallery, to me, to bring up a lot of points that you brought up as well, the reason they're so iconic is because, like you said, they're street level. And they're like, for example, Superman's biggest villains, Brainiac, General Zod, which is just another evil Superman, Darkseid, which is he's literally a what is it called, the cosmic being, or I don't know what they call him. So you can't really feel the threat because it's really outlandish, if that makes sense. So you know what, I'm watching a movie and it's a bank heist and they got bombs strapped to the hostages. I can feel the threat because I can picture that. You know what I mean? I can understand what it would be like to be in that situation, right? So I'm able to connect with that situation and connect with that threat and be like, oh, damn, like this guy's in a big problem.
Of course, the Muslim guy says he would know how it feels to have a bomb strap. Look at this guy, right? Look at this guy. I understand how it feels to have a bomb strap.
2026. Hey, we should have been making.
Why did you give a date? Why would you give a date? Why would you even say that? I told you not to say that.
I told you not to pick it up. But yeah, like with Superman, when they're telling me, when like in the comics I'm reading, Darkseid's going to destroy the universe. No, he's not. You know what I mean? Like, if he does destroy the universe, the stakes are so high that what are you gonna do? Stop writing comics? You're not gonna stop writing comics, are you? Like you're. Like it's not really gonna do anything more. Oh, he's gonna destroy the earth. There is no way on God's green earth you guys are gonna let 8 billion people die. Like where are people gonna live now? You know, especially in the mainland.
Where are you gonna take your story?
Where are you gonna take your story? You know what I mean? So I don't really get immersed in it, and I can't really relate to that. Like we've never, like thank God, we've never had like universe-threatening problems. You know what I mean? That's why, like, when Batman, the Joker says, I have some people.
Yeah.
You know? He's like, damn. And I'm with him, like, damn.
Yeah.
And when Spider-Man has to fight the Sinister Six, I'm like, bro, that's like getting jumped by 6 people. Yeah. Like, you know? You know what I mean? Like, that's why it's realistic. Ish.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's realistic ish. But
ish.
You're a very nasty guy. You know, it's kind of realistic. I don't like Superman. Superman, it doesn't do what I want him to do.
I've heard of this guy, the Joker. Very good guy.
The Joker, very good guy. I actually endorsed him in everything. He's very good. He's gonna be my health minister.
But yeah, like, and the stories that you're able to tell in that situation is so much better as well.
Yeah.
Like if it's Darkseid, like Darkseid's never gonna have a story where he's robbing a bank. You know what I mean? He's never gonna have a story where he's holding Lois Lane on one side and like kids on the other. You know, like in Sam Raimi's. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's a great scene.
You know what I mean? Like the stakes are real.
Yeah.
Whereas we've. That's why you can't really tell. But if you look into the comics, they all have rogue galleries. Like Wonder Woman has a rogue gallery. Even I think the one that comes closest is maybe Flash.
Flash has a great rogue gallery.
They have great rogue galleries, but the reason they are so OP that their enemies have to be OP. And I think the Flash, other than the Reverse Flash,
no one really does.
No one really cares. You know what I mean about a lot of these other characters. But yeah, so that's why I think at least Spider-Man and Batman are very popular and profitable, is because people can really get into the story, you know? They can really put themselves in that situation. And like you said, bat fatigue, just stop reading. Like if you're going to just keep spewing out nonsense for the sake of views and clicks and just like, get out of here, bro. You know what I mean? Like, no, you can stay. You can stay. But yeah, like, bro, bat fatigue, really? Like, you want to go after Batman? Like, come on, bro. Give me 1 billion Batman comics.
From the Robert Kirkman side, I think it was a bit shameless as well. Just because he's in the world of comics and talking to people, and like his whole brand of comics, like obviously, like he's done a remarkable thing to create his own superhero from there, right? But you can't disrespect like a character like that. You know what I mean? You shouldn't like say, oh, Batman's a boring character, or Batman, like if you don't vibe with him, cool. But I feel like there's an extra thing of being someone in that position of power or like status, and in that world of comics, where if you're talking down to one of the most iconic characters that people love, right? You're just creating a discourse that doesn't need to be there. And then you're creating people who come after now, oh, Batman's not good. Look at Invincible, and then they start nitpicking that. I think from a Robert Kirkman point of view, I don't think he should have been that harsh with it. He can say, look, I personally don't vibe with Batman. Just like for me, I think Superman to me, like he's a bit boring, right?
So you're always cool, calm, collected when you talk about Superman.
but he's in that world. He talks to these people. He talks with people who live, breathe, and eat Batman, right? Like they want to write Batman, like, and he might be affecting their opportunities as well. I know I'm getting a bit deep into it, but like, you know, I just wanted to drop that too. That I think coming from someone who's so high up, I think he shouldn't have done something like that. They're just going to create discourse in the comics community that doesn't need to be there.
Yeah, I think Batman's too strong for any one person to be able to. But yeah, I get what you're trying to say. I get like you at a certain point you have a responsibility. But
with great power.
With great power comes great responsibility. But I don't know. I didn't think of it that deeply.
But he said he didn't, so I don't know.
But he said he didn't, so I don't know. You know what?
We can end off here.
We can end off here. We can have your outro.
Yeah, I'll quickly get into some comments. We'll talk about that real quick. You had a comment that you wanted to talk about, the keynote one?
Yes. I wanted to talk about Kino de Toro as a resident zombie player, you know, as the resident zombies guy.
You have been getting glazed,
bro. I was really like,
and I was like,
yeah, like you just hated. That's to all my fans out there.
Jeez Louise.
I'm just famous. What can I say? Kino isn't, in my opinion at least, or it isn't a masterpiece. It isn't, because a lot of people are saying, bro, how come Kino's not in your top 5, or this guy doesn't know zombies because nothing in Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2 is in his top 5. And in saying that, like, just because they're not in my top 5 doesn't mean they're not good, right? Like Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2, like, but that just because up until Black Ops 3 and in my opinion Black Ops 4 as well, everything just kept getting better. You know what I mean? Like, it just, Black Ops 1 they didn't miss, Black Ops 2 they didn't miss, Black Ops 3 they didn't miss, Black Ops 4 they missed a bit, but still their DLC, at least the first 2 DLC, they didn't miss. You know what I mean? So everything was better and better and better, at least in my opinion, until Black Ops 3. So the reason I don't put Kino in my top 5 is because it is carried, and it's the reason that me and you probably don't agree about Transit. It is carried so heavily by its nostalgia.
Yeah.
It's so heavily carried by its nostalgia. Like, I'm telling you, if they came out with Kino now,
People would hate it.
People think it's like Liberty Falls.
Yeah.
Because it is like Liberty Falls. It has a pack a punch, it has a place you can run, and that's it. It doesn't really do anything else. You know what I mean? It introduced a lot of people to zombies, like, because Black Ops 1, I think up until recently, it was the most sold Call of Duty game, and luckily they put it as the first ever Call. And I think the reason, like, the fact that they put it as as non-DLC, as just a map, not just 5, you know, like Kino was there as one of the first maps you could play, boosted how much people loved zombies so much, because I know that's where I started, you know, it made me want to go back to that war and whatnot, but that's where I started. So it definitely has its place as the most one of the most iconic. The grandfather of zombies, I would say, even. But to put it with maps like Shadows of Evil, Mob of the Dead,
Origins,
Dead of the Night, Origins, the Eisendrache, you know, you can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we're not rating it at the same thing. Like, oh, it is carried by its nostalgia and the Thunder Gun and playing with the boys, yes. But Shadows of Evil, if it came out today, if it comes out tomorrow, if it comes out in 20 years from now, if we all die and there's people that haven't heard of zombies and then they find Shadows of Evil, it will be a masterpiece. And they'll talk about it like it is a masterpiece. You get what I mean? Yeah. So that's how we're rating it. Like, these maps stand the test of time. Like, these are art. You know what I mean? I'm seeing the creator's vision, you know, with Mob of the Dead. Like, it wasn't just a map where I got in there and killed zombies. I felt helpless after we crashed the first time on the bridge. You know what I mean? And when you have to go back and you're there, like, what do you do now? The characters, you're like, what do you do? Shadows of Evil. When I was sacrificing these people and all this, like, these, it was like a universal threat or whatever with the Shadow Man and all that. You felt it. Absolutely. You know, I felt like I was in that area, Morgue City. You know what I mean? Like, it felt like it was getting overrun by zombies. That's what I mean. But with zombies, with Kino the Totem, yes, when I was a kid, scared the shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? When the dogs first came onto me, like, oh my god. You know what I mean? My cousin, I remember, oh, we made it to the dog.
It was horrifying.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But that's what it was. We had memories of it as a kid, but that's it.
So I replied to him, or maybe there was a couple comments like that. I replied and I said, top 5 iconic, maybe even the most iconic, I can give you that. But it's not top 5 best maps. We specifically said best maps.
Best maps. You know what it's like? And I just thought of this, and I know you'd appreciate it. It's like people saying that Michael Jordan's the GOAT.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because I know you know a lot more about basketball, but if you go back and watch Michael Jordan, he wasn't really playing against people, like, at least in our time. You know what I mean? A lot of the people that are playing basketball right now, like LeBron James, who does he have to go against? You know what I mean? He's going against the best of the best of the best, people that are putting up points like crazy. You know? Whereas Michael Jordan,
he didn't really. Maybe the best comparison as well is like with the Dark Knight. Like, it's probably the most iconic, but the best one is Batman vs Superman. You know what I mean? The best Batman movie is Batman.
You were smiling at the start, and I was like, "What's he smiling?" I
couldn't. I had to, bro. I had to. The next comment I wanted to get into, and this one's probably a bit more tailored to me.
We're going to talk more about Michael Jordan and thing. I was like giving you that so you can rage bait people. You don't want to get into that beef, huh?
We'll do that one another day. That's a good idea, but that's a long one.
Yeah.
I need to yap about this real quick, and then we'll end off here. I'm getting a lot of hate for my Return of the Jedi ranking because I think Return of the Jedi is booty water.
Okay.
Now, hear me out. Hear me out before you guys kill me. Return of the Jedi
is the third of the originals.
Third of the originals. It's not a good movie. The first half of the movie is spent with Jabba the Hutt, that fat, slimy mutt. I have to watch him on my screen. And then, like, when I bring that up, when I say, oh, bro, the first half of the movie is that. Yeah, but Leia's in a bikini. But is that your actual point? Like, is that actually what you have to say back to me? That Leia is in a bikini?
You, bro. Like, Leia's in a bikini. Bro, I'll go watch Leia somewhere else.
Yeah, like, brother, I'll just pull up a photo.
My wife is watching. I will not do that. I will never.
But like, it's not a good movie in that sense. So I wanted to break it down, right? The first half of the movie, you're just watching Jabba the Hutt do some bullshit, right? You're watching Leia be enslaved, a bit uncomfortable, and then the second half of the movie, we see those dumbass little teddy bear Ewoks that you had a rant about. But why are these little teddy bears?
I hate them so much.
Bro, you're telling me the Empire that's destroyed planets up until this point, is seeing these little and they're getting cooked by them? Get the hell out of here, bro. The most blatant toy advertising ever. All right? And then, what you actually came to watch for the movie, is Luke and Darth Vader. Like, how are they going to resolve this? And how are they going to deal with Palpatine? Yeah? Bro, like, they fight for 10 seconds, back to the Ewoks for 10 minutes. Bro, it's ridiculous. Yeah. The movie is so badly structured. The first half is Jabba the Hutt. The second half is Ewoks. And then, like, the actual fight of Luke and Darth Vader is like 2 minutes, right? And the whole rest of the movie is I'm seeing dumbass Ewoks like around. Yeah. It's such a joke, bro. It's such a joke. This movie is trash. The only redeemable aspects of this movie are whenever Darth Vader is on screen. Luke Skywalker is good in the movie, yeah? I'm fine with him. I'm happy with him, Palpatine, Darth Vader. Anything else that happens in the movie is just trash. Like, I'm seeing trash unfold on my screen, and you want me to root the final battle, yeah? The final battle of the Star Wars trilogy is happening in the forest with some teddy bears. Like, come on. You can't tell me this is a good movie. It is not.
That's
It's not a good movie. It's absolutely not.
That always brings me back to my point where I was like, bro, George Lucas was trolling, bro.
He was trolling, bro. It's a joke. And anyone who goes at me for this take, you really need to like rewatch that movie.
You know you're targeting one specific person, Spider. What's his Spider?
Spider, but there's also like I've had 2 other people IRL hit me up, yeah? You guys need to rewatch the movie. It is really bad. It's a really, really bad movie. Like, yes, I put it above put it below Phantom Menace. Phantom Menace was, at least the Darth Maul fight was so amazing. All right? And you got to see a young Anakin and whatnot. This movie was just cheeks. And fight me. Don't fight me. I'll probably die. But yeah, any other comments here?
No. Let them know what we're going to be talking about next week.
Okay, so next week we're going to have the Daredevil review up. We're going to have a more Shadow Lord. I think that's the name of the show. More Shadow Lord review up. So we've got 2 reviews coming next week. And then the week after, The Boys will finish, so I'll yap about that because
I'm not watching that.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. No, it's been bad. This season has been very, very bad.
I want to end on a high note with season 3, although the end was bad for me at least. But season 3 with Soldier Boy was goated. So.
Bro, honestly, in my opinion, the way to watch The Boys is to end it with season 3. Just imagine Soldier Boy killed Homelander.
Yeah,
bro, it's so trash. Season 5 is horrible. And then beyond that, we're going to start making more independent videos like Ian did. He did the Diablo 4 review, which go check it out if you guys haven't. It's a great review. We're going to do more of those with AC Black Flag coming out. I don't think I'll do Lego Batman. Would you be able to? We'll discuss it behind the scenes if you want.
We'll discuss it. We'll kiss. I mean, turn the camera.
So I'll be doing an AC Black Flag review. Then we're gonna be having Spider-Man and whatnot. So we're gonna have more independent reviews coming out. We're
gonna do a lot more gaming, getting to more gaming, and we also, like we said, the comics reviews. We
need him to stop playing Diablo so we can actually do some streaming together, bro.
I can't, bro. You should have got Diablo, bro.
But I like what you were saying. The comics thing.
Yeah, the comic, we're going to start doing our weekly comic recommendations. We're going to go in, we're going to, things that we want, even whether it's new or old. Also, just to help you guys get into comics, because I know a lot of people feel overwhelmed. And I know we said that it is overwhelming at the start, but I feel like you could really get into it. And once you start getting into it, if you just pick up one story, you pick up another one, and it doesn't, like, none of it really matters. You don't really need to start at one. You can start wherever, enjoy it, and we're going to help you guys. And we're not going to just do Marvel and DC. Like, I have some comics I want to talk about that aren't Marvel or DC, and they're really fun. I enjoyed them a lot, so look out for that.
Look out for that. And,
Palpatine's a great guy. Palpatine's empire is actually really good. They sending us money. We gotta give more money to the Palpatine Empire.
You're a nasty reporter. Alright, guys.
It's all fake news.
Alright, guys. Thank you so much.